Hey, this is Gary Berger with James Claiborne. James, how are you today?
I'm doing great, Mr. Berger. How are you?
Good. Hey, thanks for taking time out of your schedule, and you're at work right now. Is that right?
Yes, it is a pleasure to do so.
How long have you worked in the hospital? For like a decade, I remember you were telling me.
A little bit over a decade, almost 1 year, almost above decade.
How
Yes.
how do you like being in the medical field?
Um, I enjoy well, I enjoy the work that I do. I love being in work. I love being in the work field, medical field. It actually gives me a sense of purpose.
Wonderful. Well, listen, I appreciate you doing this little video. We do these little video test things just to teach people about their cases. You had a crazy surprise when you were driving on, was it 270, and this 18-wheeler came right onto you. Were you shocked when this happened?
I was hysterical. I never was in a collision before, so that was definitely a shock for me. That was scary for me, very scary. Yeah,
What
especially coming from a big truck. So you got to think about it. Yeah,
right, the property damage on the side of your car. I mean, it was churning, those wheels were digging into your car. And you had to take evasive action.
yeah. I can't quite remember everything, but I know that I had to immediately get out of the way to keep myself from being injured or hurt, severely hurt or injured than I was.
And I know you came by and picked up your check yesterday. I don't want to talk about the amounts because that was confidential, but what did you think of the process going through we did a lot. We had to file a lawsuit in your case. They weren't offering anything. We did your deposition. We deposed the other side. We litigated this case, and then we went to a mediation. What was share with us some takeaways or lessons you learned about the process?
It was definitely a learning experience. My expectations was much lower than what I expected. I wasn't really expecting anything out of it. I was expecting to go to trial. I was expecting for us to have this big fight. I was expecting the worst, actually. I wasn't expecting the outcome that I received. I knew that you guys put a whole lot of work in, and you guys did an excellent job working with you. That's why I never gave up on you guys. And I knew that you guys was going to be successful as long as we continue to keep it as a learning experience as well, but also providing the facts that we needed to provide.
Were you happy with how much we got?
Yeah, I mean,
it was great.
I was very happy. I mean,
that was a big check you picked up yesterday.
Right, and it's actually out of my hands now, so, which is a good thing. So it's from your hands to my hands to someone else's hands. So, but it helped create a lot of balance. It created some balance in life from where we was at, with all the time that I had off and this pandemic, and it was a lot of setbacks that during this time frame that took us a little bit back with the called the world reset is how I look at it. So with the world being reset, it allowed a lot of things to stop, but also a lot of things to give us time to think, and a lot of times to actually repair and fix things and grow and improve during it.
Well, what a great view of the pandemic that you have. And a lot of things in the litigation world and the trial world that I live in really did stop. We couldn't go to trial. There was a pandemic, so that slowed some things down. One of the things that I liked about you in our case is in the mediation, we stuck to a number, and they got close and they wanted us to cave, and we refused. We drew a line in the sand and said, unless you pay us this, we're not doing it. And they called us 2 weeks later and offered that amount.
So that was another thing. You guys was very thorough, very clarified with everything that you told me to do as far as information. I took that information and relying on it and following it just to see how accurate everything turns out to be. You guys turned out to be very thorough and accurate and clarified everything to me thoroughly. And that's where I really appreciated it at. And y'all was very successful and A+ at doing the job. So I
Great.
mean, and like I explained to Casey, if I have to refer someone to you guys, you definitely are on my list as a referral. And she forgot to give me the cards, by the way.
We'll send them to you. We got all kinds of stuff. So you'd recommend Burger Law to other
she forgot
folks?
to give me the cards. Yeah. So I definitely, you definitely are number one when it comes to first time experience for me, of course. But the first time experience showed me that it wasn't just a lawsuit. It was more of a learning experience.
Good.
So
Well,
yeah, that was more of a learning experience for me because the process was more of a learning process because I kind of learned a little bit how the other sides work on both sides, defendant and plaintiff. So
They
that
can
was
be-
very,
the other side, yeah, the other side can be tough. So you'd recommend us to other folks?
yes, definitely.
And that's what you
You
said.
got 10 for me. You got a 10+ for me just for the job. Just for the work you guys did. We've been through 2 assistant attorneys. We done been through everything. We've been fighting the storm.
Well, and I really enjoyed working with you. You were really a joy to have as a client and still are because you were listening, you did our coaching, you stuck it out. We didn't, we could have taken less money and gone away. We waited, we stuck it out, we got the maximum settlement we could. It just ended up working well. And I know the pandemic put a hiccup in things and moved things along a time, took longer than you would have wanted or anybody, but I'm glad we stuck it out and got a great result. I'm so proud of working with you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to have you guys as an attorney. I really appreciate the whole firm. I appreciate how you guys was organized, the structural from departments and referring and how that process works. So that's very, very highly appreciated.
Thanks, James. I'm going to end it now on that note. Great comment.
I got patients waiting for me. Thanks.
Go take care of your people. I'm going to take care of my people. Thanks, James. Bye.
I'll see you. Have a good day.